Afternoon and welcome to the news on the hour. I am Ugbebo Ikekwa. President Bola Tinubu has called on world leaders to prioritize debt forgiveness for Nigeria and other developing countries from creditors and multilateral financial institutions. The president also asked the United Nations to commit to deepening relations among member states in line with the principles of inclusivity, equality, and cooperation. President Tinubu made the call in his address at the ongoing 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly at the UN headquarters in New York, United States. Represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the annual global event, the president said countries of the global south would not make meaningful economic progress without special concessions and a review of their current debt burden. President Tinubu also called for the recovery of proceeds of corruption and illicit financial flows, stating that the return of such funds to countries of origin is a fundamental principle of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has given the federal government a 14-day ultimatum to resolve several lingering issues. ASUU is seeking the conclusion of the renegotiation of the 2019 federal government ASUU agreement based on the NIMI-Briggs Committee's draft agreement of 2021, as well as the release of withheld salaries due to the 2022 strike action. ASUU President Emmanuel Oshodike, in a statement issued today, expressed frustration with government's lack of commitment and delay tactics, stating that these actions are fueling a crisis in the public university system. He further disclosed that the 14-day ultimatum, starting from Monday, September 23, 2024, has been given to the federal government to address all ongoing issues with ASUU to the satisfaction of the membership of the union. The ASUU president also noted that the union will not be held responsible for any industrial disharmony that arises from government's failure to seize the new opportunity offered by ASUU to nip the looming crisis in the bud. Edo State Government has announced Monday, 30th September 2024 as the resumption date of all public and private schools in the state for the 2024-2025 academic session. In a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Ujo Akin-Longe, on behalf of the Commissioner for Education, the state government dissociates itself from an earlier notification which stated that schools were to resume on Monday, the 23rd of September. The said announcement did not originate from the state government, and the information is false and should be disregarded. The state government also expressed gratitude to parents and guardians for their understanding and cooperation. The President and Chief Executive of Dango Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has called on the federal government to end fuel subsidies completely. Alhaji Dangote, in a recent interview, stated that the removal would help determine the actual petrol consumption in the country. Alhaji Dangote disclosed that Major Energies Marketers Association of Nigeria have lifted over 50 million liters of PMS from Dangote refinery in the past week, stressing that it is the right time to get rid of fuel subsidies totally. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, has decried the rising cases of drug abuse among soldiers deployed in the various theaters of operation. The COAS raised the concern in Sokoto on Tuesday while declaring open a one-day seminar on warrior ethos organized by the Department of Army Transformation and Information. The COAS expressed hope that the seminar would address the issue of drug abuse among soldiers and assure troops of continued support in the provision of needed logistics and guardians for the success of the operations. Lieutenant General Lagbaja also disclosed that the Nigerian Army has continued to review its techniques and procedures in order to come up with better strategies to defeat terrorist challenges. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, on Tuesday disclosed that the sum of 15,606,138,376 naira have been paid to 5,225 family members and next of kin of deceased police officers between 2023 and 2024. The Inspector General spoke in Abuja while presenting checks to another batch of slain officers' families. He noted that the disbursements on Tuesday covered balance payments for insurance policies for the years 2018 to 2024. He further stated that the disbursement on Tuesday reflects the commitment of the Nigeria Police to ease the burden on the families of the deceased police officers who selflessly gave their lives in the service of their nation, Nigeria. Oyo State Government has announced the clearing of over 153.11 kilometers of blocked drainages and culverts across major roads in Ibadan as part of efforts to prevent flood disasters during the rainy season. The state government disclosed that the exercise is aimed at preventing avoidable flooding incidents in the state and issued a stern warning to residents against illegal dumping of refuse in unauthorized locations. While emphasizing that blocking drains and culverts not only leads to flooding and damage to asphalt layers on the roads, the state government also noted that anyone found dumping refuse indiscriminately will face the full wrath of the state's environmental law. The Lagos State Government, through the Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps, has uncovered a warehouse illegally storing banned styrofoam packs in Ikeja. The discovery was made at number 6 of Gusefumi Street off Norudin Street and Nifowoshe following a tip-off from a whistleblower. In January 2024, the Lagos State Government announced the ban on the use and distribution of styrofoam and other single-use of plastics across the state, aimed at curbing the increasing rate of environmental pollution in Lagos State. And that's the news on the hour. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.